And welcome to our sixth form virtual open event. What we want to do on this PowerPoint then is talk to you in a little bit more detail about some of the aspects of the sixth form college. Further down on the website, you'll be able to see some of the information videos that our subject leaders have put together, or our sixth form teachers have put together about some of the subjects. But we want to talk to you in this bit a little bit about why we think you should start at South Hunsley sixth form. My name is Paul Jacobs. I'm the director of sixth form for year 13, and as you might have seen on the previous video, what I do is look after our year 13 students in their second year of sixth form study, moving on to universities and apprenticeships and employment, but also work closely with the year 11 students who are thinking of joining us the following year. I guess just to set out our initial stall, obviously we are a consistently high performing school, 11 to 18, which has got a strong reputation for excellence in everything that we do. And those of you who are with us currently in year 11 will know that, and will know the excellent progress that we make with our students. And I think one of the things that we're really proud of is that in the sixth form, we build on that excellence and continue to see really outstanding outcomes for students. In terms of academic outcomes, but also in terms of that wider experience that they get in the school. We are a large school sixth form, but we are small compared to other sixth form colleges. We typically have about 400 students in our sixth form, roughly 200 in each of the year group, which means that we're big enough to be able to offer a wide range of courses, have a wide range of facilities, but small enough that we can focus in and know our students individually as well. So in terms of what students can do, we do have a broad range of subjects that they can choose from. Because of the numbers of students that we attract each year, it does mean that we do have a large offering in terms of A-level courses, BTEC courses, Cambridge Technicals, and various others, which Mr. Hobbs will talk you through in a little bit later on. We're also in a really fortunate position where we can offer small class sizes, and currently in both years 12 and 13 the average class size is 11, which makes for great relationships with your teachers. It means that we as teachers really get to know the students that are in front of us and can really help and support them on an individual basis. Obviously, as a large comprehensive school, we have got some excellent facilities, and some of those facilities are specifically for the sixth form students, and there will be certain areas that students can use that they perhaps won't have seen or won't have had access to lower down the school. We've got a really extensive support program in place to secure the next steps for the students, regardless of what that might be. Say that might be university, that might be apprenticeships, a whole range of things, but we've got the programs there to make sure that we get all of our students onto the right next steps. And also the care and support that students are used to seeing at South Hunsley right way through from year 7 to 11 continues into the sixth form in terms of the pastoral support and making sure that we're helping students out. I've mentioned the academic results. We do really well with our academic results and our outcomes for our students, and the progress measures show that those students are in the sort of top 10% for progress nationally, and that's already based on students coming into us with a really strong GCSE grades, and adding further value onto those is something that we're really proud of. As I've mentioned, we have got a range of specialist facilities that are just for sixth form students. So our sixth form common room cafe, a learning resource centre, art studios, science labs, a whole range of different facilities that the students will be able to access, as well as all the other school facilities that they may well have done, may well have used previously. I've mentioned the academic results. We are consistently over the last 4 years in the top 10% nationally for progress. And as I say, that takes the student's GCSE score and then looks at the progress they add on to that in their time in the sixth form. And with our students coming in with very high GCSE average point score, making progress on top of that is a real achievement. And we're really proud of how our students have done on that. And across the applied subjects as well, we also see really strong outcomes with lots of those students hitting those distinction stars and heading off onto some really good university courses and apprenticeships. We've got a strong program in place to support those students who decide that university isn't for them, who decide maybe that they're going to go the apprenticeship route, and there will be, or there is a video a little bit further down the website where you can look at some of the support that Mrs. Barley puts in place through our employer-led program, but also the spin-off from that is the large number of local companies and local businesses that we work with and that our students can get to work with if they're looking at employment or apprenticeships. Another stat that we're really proud of is the fact that 97% of our students complete their main study program. So the vast majority of students starting a course with us will complete that course after 2 years. The majority of our students, not all of them, but the majority of our students decide to head off to university, and each year from year 13, it's about 80% of students that go in that route. We do make it really clear to students, though, that we have no agenda, that is the only way for them to go. That's not our chosen route. It just happens to be where most of our students decide they're going to go. And we're really proud of our outcomes there as well. Over the last 3 years, our trends have been 80% of students getting into their first choice university, 10% getting in at their insurance choice, and 27% getting into those competitive Russell Group courses, which is a really good figure. We're also really pleased and proud of the fact that 90% plus of our applicants get an acceptance. And over the last 3 years, we've had 16 students going off to study medicine, veterinary, dentistry, which again we're really proud of. And we've also got an extensive program to support the students who are looking at Oxbridge and each year. I'm proud of the numbers that go off to do that.
Hello, I'm Nicholas Hobbs. I'm one of the directors of Sixth Form here at South Hunsley, alongside Paul Jacobs, and I look after primarily the Year 12 students. So just to introduce you to our programs of study here at South Hunsley Sixth Form. Firstly, the majority of our students will be studying 3 A-levels or 3 A-level equivalents. So that's in most cases 3 options. All the courses that we offer are A-level equivalent, so that means that they all lead on to the same pathways in terms of university, apprenticeships and employment. With the exception of BTEC Sport, all of our courses are equivalent to 1 option. So students in most cases will be choosing 3 options when they start with us. In Year 12, there are no external examinations in most courses. There are some exceptions, and those are in some of the applied subjects and also in further maths, which offers an AS level of qualification at the end of Year 12. However, throughout Year 12, there is a full range of rigorous internal assessment taking place within subjects and also with mock exams at the end of the year. So progression into Year 13 will be closely monitored, and as I said, there will be Year 12 mock exams at the end of the year to do some final assessment at the end of the year of student progress. Now, some students may be able to study a 4th subject. In most cases, this will be the further maths course, which does slot alongside the maths A-level and 2 other A-level courses. And quite often students will do the further maths course as a 4th subject in Year 12. There is the option of taking that as an AS level and then either continuing with that into Year 13 or stopping it at the end of Year 12. Most other students will only do 3 courses. However, there is some flexibility there if students have a real reason for wanting to study 4 courses. However, we tend not to advise it as the amount of work that is required at A-level is quite extensive, and there is actually no benefit in terms of universities or apprenticeships or employment of studying more than 3 A-levels while you're in 6th form. So we tend to advise students they are much better focusing on 3 subjects and getting 3 very good grades rather than trying to stretch themselves over 4 subjects. However, we are always open for discussion where students might be thinking of a different route, so please do talk to us if that is the case. We also have a range of extended curriculum subjects as well that students can choose from. These are subjects that do sit alongside the 3 main options. They are not A-level equivalent, but they do offer qualifications, UCAS points, that sort of thing. So for example, we have the core maths qualification, we have the extended project qualification, and we have the ECDL. So all of those courses run around sort of 2 hours per week, and they will contribute towards UCAS points at the end of the course, but they are not replacements for full options. So in terms of the level 3 courses that we offer, then the A-level courses in particular. So with A-level, all exams take place at the end of year 13 now. These are linear courses. So the courses are full 2 years, which means all external placement, all external assessment takes place at the end of year 13. There are some courses that have a coursework element. This might well be started in year 12 and submitted in year 12. However, it will actually be assessed and submitted in year 13 to the exam boards. There are no external exams in year 12 for A-level, with the exception of students who are doing the further maths course, who will be put in for the AS level qualification at the end of year 12. That is the only AS qualification that we offer in the A-level courses. And then mock exams will take place in all subjects at the end of year 12. For those vocational courses are applied subjects. So for example, the BTEC, the OCR Cambridge Technical courses, the financial studies course, then there is a range of external assessment that does take place across year 12 and year 13. So in the BTEC courses and the OCR Cambridge Technical courses, these are 50% external exam and 50% coursework. The exception there is art, which is 100% coursework. However, the external exams do take place in these courses across year 12 and year 13, with some resit options available. In financial studies, it's 100% exam assessed. However, these exams are modular. Some are written exams, some are exams that are taken using computers, and there are resit opportunities across the year as well in financial studies, but it's 100% exam assessed. So the exams for those applied subjects take place in both year 12 and year 13. Generally, those will be happening in January and June. In year 12 and year 13, it does change across courses depending on when they choose to put students in for different options. The vocational courses also have mock exams in year 12, but they may be earlier than the A-level mock exams, in particular if they have external exams coming up in the summer. Obviously, we will run the mock exams for the vocational courses in that case earlier, so that the results can come back and students obviously can get feedback on those before they sit their external exams. So in terms of our curriculum as a whole, we obviously have the courses and the options, but we do run an extended curriculum, which basically means that we are looking for ways for students to gain experiences and take part in activities and courses that go beyond just the examined elements of the courses that we run here. So for example, you can see here that some students will apply to join the employee-led program, which is a skills-based program developing students for university and the workplace. Students may get involved in apprenticeship and employment opportunities and schemes that they're offered and that we run. For students thinking about university, we have the HE Plus and early applicants programs that run for students going down the university route. For those students who are engaged in sport-related courses or would like to continue to develop sport extracurricular qualifications, we have opportunities for them, and also other enrichment courses, which I've mentioned already, such as the extended project qualification, core maths, and the ECDL. In terms of that extended curriculum as well, one of the key areas is about us working with students to help them develop their career aspirations and opportunities and their awareness of what they can do later in life. So again, a couple of things that we run around this area. First of all, a whole range of employability skills and development programs. So around personal development, opportunities in career masterclasses. There's a community contribution scheme that students are expected to take part in, where they develop their skills by helping out within the school community. Lots of higher education and careers events that we give students information about or have people come into school to talk about, and general careers guidance. As I said already, some students will have applied for or will be applying for the employer-led program, and if accepted onto that, there will be a whole range of activities and opportunities presented to them to help them develop their work-based skills and preparations for university and for employment. And also alongside the employee-led program, we do run a separate teacher employee-led program for those students who might be thinking about going into education, either primary or secondary, making sure that they have a full range of experiences that they can develop in their time with us as well. For people interested in the employee-led program, there is a separate information PowerPoint that's hosted on the sixth form virtual open evening event website, given by Mrs. Barley, who's the leader of that program. programme. So please do have a look at that for more information about the scheme and how to apply for it.
Yeah, I'd now like to talk to you a little bit about life in the sixth form. And I think the key thing is that we talk a lot to our students about the idea of responsibility and freedom. It is a very different way of working compared to how they may be used to working in year 11. And there is a great deal of freedom. The students obviously don't need to wear a school uniform, don't necessarily need to be in school all day, every day, are free to come and go as they please. But with that freedom comes a great responsibility as well, and making sure that the students are really making the most of their time, making the most of their study plans, their study opportunities, and really using those bits of free time that they've got. But I think most of our students adapt to that really quickly. And make a really good job of being a sixth form student. We recognise, though, that for some students that transition takes a little bit more time, and make sure that we put the support in place to make sure that those students work out how to make the best use of their time. Our students also play a really crucial role in our school community, and community contribution is a big part of a student's life. We get lots of opportunities for our students to support and help our younger students. Looking at things like reading registrations, in-class support, helping with sports clubs, coaching. And the really nice thing about being a school-based sixth form is that we've got on tap a couple of thousand of younger students who are really keen and wanting to work with our sixth form students. So lots of opportunities for students to get involved, enhance their CVs and pick up some really good skills as well. We've also, because of the size of the sixth form, got a whole range of clubs and societies and sports that students can get involved with. So one of the things we say to the students right from the onset is what we want them to be is busy, productive, and making the very most of their time in the sixth form, because there is so much on offer. Student support, I mentioned earlier, is obviously key as well, making sure that that academic and pastoral support is there. Every student will be assigned a sixth form tutor, but the tutors are slightly different in sixth form. It's more of an academic mentor rather than sort of the normal tutor time that perhaps students are used to lower down the school. And once we get past the initial induction phase, what students will find is they're not meeting as a tutor group, but they will then meet one-to-one with their tutor and look at their academic mentoring and look at how they're performing, what's going well, what they need to be planning, what they need to be working on, and where they're heading next. We've also got expectations and a learning agreement for our sixth form students. You know, it is a transition, changing from working the way that students do in lower school to sixth form, but we need to make sure that all of those students are supported with that, and we recognise that for some students they need a little bit more support for others. But as I said earlier, that freedom and that responsibility is there, so really a chance for students to make the most of their sixth form experience. Just a quick one on travel. You will find that there is a subsidised bus route, or there are subsidised bus routes for students. This is detailed in the prospectus, so you can have a look through that. Students apply through the through the finance office to get their subsidised bus pass, and all the routes are covered for that. So that information is on the prospectus. But if you want further information, then please do get in touch or speak to the finance office.
Okay, in terms of next steps then, in terms of what students need to be doing or what they can be preparing to do at this point and through to them joining us in sixth form in September next year. So obviously what you are taking part in at the moment is you're looking at our information and our presentations, which is our virtual open evening. Obviously, unfortunately, this year we've not been able to run our usual live open evening. However, obviously we are replacing all that information online. So you should be able to look at a full range of subject information videos. There's our online prospectus for you to view. And also there are going to be coming online a range of virtual taster lessons for the subjects that are new to students at A level. So those subjects that aren't offered at GCSE, that are kind of brand new. So we're looking at subjects there, things like economics, film studies, psychology, and so on. So those virtual taster sessions will be going live as well. The next really important thing is that students need to apply to join our sixth form, and the applications are done online. So students need to go to the school website, the address is up there on the screen, and to the sixth form page, how to apply, and then submit the online application form. Really importantly, all students need to apply to us. That's regardless of whether they are not currently students at South Hunsley or if they are students at South Hunsley. Everybody does need to apply for us, please, in order for us to be able to offer them a place. And then once that application has come in, we will then start to interview students to talk to them about their application and their options, and that will eventually result in a conditional offer. But that application must be put in. The deadline for those applications, please, is going to be the Christmas holidays, so that we can then start doing the application interviews in the new year. So here are some important dates then for students to be aware of. So obviously running in November, as you know, is the virtual open evening. It's important to be aware that all this information will stay online for the whole period of application, so you can keep revisiting and keep looking at the information here and obviously making those informed decisions. And also please do be aware that options are not set in stone. So once you put your application in, you can continue to talk to us if you do decide that you would like to change your options at all. So just get that application in first of all is the main thing. And as I've said, throughout from November into December, there will be access to the virtual taster lessons for those new subjects that are new to students at sixth form. So students get a taste of what those subjects are like, and they will be obviously posted up online. As I said, our application deadline will be as we go to the Christmas holidays, so the 18th of December. So please get your applications into us online by that date, and that will allow us in January to conduct the sixth form interviews, and we will be speaking to every student who's applied to us about their options and giving them that help and guidance that they will require. That then means from January into February, we'll start to make conditional offers, and students will receive a letter from us making them that conditional offer. And that basically means that we would keep a place for them in sixth form. The conditional part basically means that it is conditional on them meeting our minimum entry requirements. However, should a student not quite meet entry criteria in specific subjects, that's no problem. We will talk to them about alternatives. So we will do our very best always to find a student the right courses with us once an offer has been made to them. In January as well, they will be running employer-led applications. Will start up for students who are thinking about going on to the employer-led programme, and those interviews for that programme will take place in February. And then in May, we will contact students again just to confirm options, because we're aware that students might change their mind across the course of the year. And then again, please do let us know at any point if you do change your mind about options. That's a final check for us just to make sure the options we have recorded are still the options that the students are thinking of doing. All being well, we hope to run induction lessons in July, in the last week of our summer term. Now, obviously, it does very much rely on current circumstances returning to some sort of normality to allow us to have those lessons face to face. But that is our plan, and we will certainly look at doing something along those lines, regardless of the situation that we are presented with later in this calendar year, this academic year, sorry. And then finally, obviously results. This year, things are delayed slightly to normal years, but the current date that the government is working to is Friday, the 27th of August, for the GCSE results to be released. That will be the day that we do enrolment to sixth form. And that's the day basically students will get their results with us and then enroll with us to join our sixth form. We'll just double check that everything's in place and hopefully be ready to give them their place in sixth form. Finally then, just some run through some contact details then. If you've got any questions about anything that's to do with sixth form, about applications, courses, whatever it might be, please do get in contact with us. So obviously the sixth form website link is there for you, but if you'd like to speak to me or Mr. Jacobs directly, then our email contact details are there, and obviously the school phone number there as well. So please do get in touch to talk to us about any element of sixth form, any questions you might have, so that we can hopefully answer your questions and give you the information that you require. And that's that for our presentation now, and just really hoping that you do put your application into our sixth form, and we look forward to welcoming you to us in sixth form at South Hunsley in September next year.